So, speaking of Piccolo,
Yes.
he is the subject of possibly my favorite side story or, alternate story in a video game.
Uh-huh.
That would be in, I believe, it's one of the PSP games. It's an alternate future where, he's kind of the hero of the story going into the Boo Saga. And he uses Dragon Balls to wish back his father, the Demon King Piccolo, and, subdue him and then fuse with him, which, completes him, actually completes him, because that part of him was missing, and he gets as strong as Super Boo.
Huh.
Damn, that actually sounds quite interesting. I remember reading about something on YouTube, and I don't know how real it is, but it's like an alternate telling of events where it was Vegeta that came down to Earth and not Goku.
Interesting.
And it had the whole thing where Vegeta's like a kid going through all the Dragon Ball stuff, and then it gets to Dragon Ball Z where Vegeta's kind of wearing the gi and all that, and it's Goku and Nappa that come down.
Yeah, I believe I've seen that in the form of a fan manga.
A fun manga.
Fawn manga, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was what was going on, because there was a YouTuber who looks at these fan mangas and does little commentary bits on them, and I was like, oh, that's actually quite interesting.
Have you seen Yamcha, the case of being reborn as Yamcha?
No, I actually haven't, but I've heard of it.
I guess we're gonna have to beat him and his little pals too.
And yeah, we eat doggy.
Fucking Guru just chilling in the background. He was always one of my favourite abridged characters. No! This voice is incredibly fun to do!
It's really easy one to do as well. I mean, I can pretty much do it no problem.
I think I've recruited all of these people, actually. When we go back to the ship and EX Fuse, I'll have to show you. This is basically going to be the side quest part. I'm just getting out of my system here, and then we can go on with the story.
Yeah, we can't get too distracted with side quests, otherwise this will not be the story session that we were promised.
Mm-hmm. I can't get them to piss off. Help me, Goten.
I'm pretty sure Vegeta just accepts it because it's just a way for him to start pimp slapping people and just be like, yeah, this is how I roll.
Oh, it's just come back to me. Neo, I fused your orange Frieza with Quillen here, and he actually looks pretty cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll show you once we get back to the ship. Yeah, he taught us fusion. There was a what-if scenario when Krillin and Piccolo fused. Looks a bit different to how he looks in this game. Krillin, I think he's called. That's an off-worlder, just in case you were wondering. The pink skin kind of gives it away.
And it's either hat or hair, I don't know. It looks like a hat, so I'm gonna go with hat.
So how often do you think Piccolo, when he's charging the special beam cannon, just thinks, I could just release the attack right here, without moving my fingers and just end it all.
Jesus. Not a scenario I've spent much time contemplating, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think he was thinking about it when Goku first let go of Raditz's tail.
You son of a goddamn monkey whore.
It's just an alternate, future. If Goku does it and Piccolo's like, yeah, time, it's over. Boom.
Let's do it. These guys are going to be so weak, it's basically, going to be stepping on a bug. I think Goku did back in OG Dragon Ball.
I believe so, although my memory on that is not exactly the best.
Well, you know what Piccolo says, nobody watched Dragon Ball.
Alrighty then, special move. Let's see what we can do here. Nothing! Okie dokie then. In that case, let's go Ki Blast and see if we can get the two lined up at the top there with it.
Piccolo's refusal to learn anyone else's move is really sad, because, fucking, the instant transmission, special beam cannon would be so amazing. He doesn't even have to move his fingers.
Yes, I was just saying, or it could go horribly wrong, let's be careful here.
Let's see, Charge Key.
Okay. Yes, I have instructed Neo and Volk to pay special attention to, not neglecting melee or key blasts. They are essential for, positioning and building your key orbs and so on, but I'll stop nagging and let's get to some bragging.
Alright, yeah, let's punch one of his lackeys. I'll let you choose.
Okay.
Bloody Numeg, we meet again.
Can't fool Krillin. Oh, that ping pong.
Don't forget that I believe Piccolo, being a Namekian, has regeneration, so we're going to want to kick him in the face first. Bye. Ugh. This damage. I'm sorry, Piccolo, you deserve better.
It's like, you grind-hungry son of a bitch. I was expecting this to be a fair fight.
Well, you obviously don't know Anton.
You don't play by the rules.
Gotta stack the deck in our favor.
Alrighty then, give him the melee attack, and hit Piccolo towards, Gorilla.
Nice.
Yeah!
There is one other side quest I want to do after this, but it is a reasonably quick one, so, and this part will just be side quest, and then it's story, I swear.
To which, oh look, a side quest.
Well, I'm sorry, it's enticing to get to interact with your favourite Dragon Ball characters.
It's the RPG curse where you do everything possible to avoid the main plot. It's how it goes for maybe 80% of the RPG player base. And anybody who says otherwise is either lying to themselves or has an ungodly amount of self-control, and they could be doing something much better than playing role-playing games with that kind of mental fortitude. Anyway, Key Blast, give it to Piccolo, and
Dude, we've got special beams now.
Okay, but you're probably not in range, so maybe a Milky Cannon.
We've got enough for either those two, one of which is the healer, or Piccolo.
Well, if you say there's a healer in the mix, go for it. Take out the healer.
See, I'm weird, because if an RPG story, gets to the point where, it's, trying to say there's, like, some kind of duress of time, even if realistically there isn't and you can keep doing side quests, I will still want to act as though there is a duress of time.
Yeah.
Because if I do, then the story means nothing to me.
Yeah, that's true enough, although it's just some of those side quests just end up being so enticing, because when you go through RPGs, you tend to sort of, not so much the main character, but all of the characters that sort of act alongside them. You kind of want to learn more about them, and especially when you see a side quest involving that character, it sort of becomes, okay, this suddenly takes top priority because this character interests me and I want to know more about them.
Well, for me, it mostly depends on how well main story quests tie into each other. Although, to be fair, I am mostly thinking about this in terms of Western RPGs, so... I don't know if you were thinking of JRPGs or not, but...
It can kind of apply both ways, although I'd say it's definitely more prevalent in JRPGs. Western RPGs tend to, well, whilst they are open world, they don't tend to follow the same tropes as JRPGs do.
It's all good. It's all good. I like the banter in this particular side quest session, by the way. Sorry to pat myself on the back, but live playthroughs can either go really well or really averagely. There's pretty much no in between.
Well, we got plenty enough to talk about with this.
So you're sorry to pat yourself on the back for banter that two other people are contributing to.
Hey,
Well, it's a good thing that you're sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Neo, sorry, Volk.
You could have just gone by that and said, I don't know, but you may want to take your turn, Neo.
Yeah, go to special moves. Let's Destructo Disc someone. Oh, yes.
Let's Destructo Disc everyone.
And you get a frisbee. And you get a frisbee. Everyone gets a frisbee. Oh, wait, I cut your hand off. Never mind.
Bye. Oh, he's got the latent power.
He's not going to last long, though.
Last man standing.
Although I'm not entirely sure if he really wanted to be the last man standing.
Jesus, have mercy.
There is no mercy, only victory absolute.
Nicely done, team. I guess other people were involved, it's not just me.
Anyway, as I was saying about the whole difference between JRPGs and Western RPGs, Western RPGs tend to traditionally follow a single character, whereas JRPGs tend to go along a troop of people. So, with like The Witcher, for instance, you're basically pretty much following around Geralt most of the entire way, and your side quest interactions with some of the NPC or some of the more important characters to the story.
And Geralt, unlike a lot of JRPG protagonists, is not at all a blank slate.
No, definitely not. I think that kind of focus does lend itself pretty well, but I kind of like the idea that JRPGs go with, because I like the idea of there being more characters actively involved in the story, and they all have like their own nuances and side stories that oftentimes you can choose to delve deeper into and learn more about them, and it creates an extra dynamic that you don't necessarily get with Western RPGs.
I mean, that said, I am a massive Fallout fan, and as far as Western RPGs go, that is one that is very heavy on side quests.
I think probably one of the Western RPGs, I guess if you can count it as such, is probably Borderlands.
Yes, it is. It is. Borderlands is definitely like an RPG first and a shooter second. It's an RPG with shooter elements, shooter combat.
Alright, good. Now that the jury's out on that one, I can safely say Borderlands 2. Especially when you get into some of the DLC stuff, I think I had not laughed as hard as I did when I first went through the Torg DLC with Mr. Torg. That was just a riot all the way through. I hadn't laughed that much since I did Secret Armory of General Knox in the first Borderlands game.
Yeah, speaking of Borderlands 2, Handsome Jack in that game is, just a bit of trivia here, voiced by Damien Clark, who of course is the English voice of Cell.
Oh.
To bring it full circle back to this series that exists.
Yes, yes it does.
I suppose that's where the extreme narcissism comes from.
Really good. I've gushed about it in the movie comms, but I haven't done so here. So, just in case you were unaware, Damien Clark Cell is absolutely amazing, and I love it in every facet.
Okay. That sentence kind of petered out towards the end there, but I understand the soul with which you're talking. The words are not necessary.
I'm physically attracted to Damien Clark Cell.
Okay. A little overboard, but, you know, that's fine,
I can't
guess.
escape fast enough.
Run away from Neo's commentary.
Now here's the side quest I want to check out. Videl, looking her best here.
Yeah.
Yep, the short hair and that, definitely good. Although,
I'm a fan of Chinese dress Videl from Battle of Gods.
yeah, that one wasn't bad either.
She's almost a completely different character in Super, though. I think she's a bit too sweet and gentle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like some of her character that was built upon in her introduction was lost a little bit, although I suppose that's where character development goes.
Well, I mean, she stopped being a teenager.
Yeah, that is fair enough. I'm not going to hold it against her. I still like Videl. I just liked her better during, you know, the Boo saga. Oh, okay. Are we going to trade against the heroes of the land?
Looks like it.
I remember seeing this, I think it was a Fake Fusions compilation from like Xenoverse or one of the other 3D fighting games, but they were doing stupid fusions like SpongeBob and Goku and stuff like that. But when it got to Gohan and Videl, they fused and it was just Pan, and I thought that was pretty cute.
Although technically, the Great Saiyaman 12 is a fusion of Gohan and Videl, so there you go.
The Saiyaman side quest type thing in Xenoverse 2 probably has like my favorite bits with Pan at the end of that, where because I love just how completely embarrassed she is by her fucking nerd parents. It's great.
It's like the family that goes to convention, but you can clearly tell it's the parents that drag their kid there and not the other way around.
Jeez.
It really is.
Here we go, the best! Let's play the theme song.
Speaking of Xenoverse 2, there is also a Saiyaman mission that has them interacting with the Ginyu Force, and it's fantastic.
Oh my god. Oh, you can fuse Saiyaman and Ginyu to create the Great Ginyu Man, I think.
Yes, that is probably one of my favourite fusions, just for how silly it is more than anything else. It doesn't really have much in terms of power. It does have some interesting, like, abilities and movesets, but, you know, it's just the fact it's the Great Ginyu Man. You can't get much of a better combination than that as far as showmanship is concerned.
I love how the two Gokus like this nerd shit, but Japan's like, oh my god.
This is the family I am born into. What is my life?
You, you know, like the Ginyu Force and the Saiyaman, like, humor and shit like that. Xenoverse 2 is a great game. And Xenoverse 1. They're both great games to check out because, I mean, for one, you get it voice acted. And in English, if that is your flavor, which it is for me.
Oh, yes.
And there's just some, like, the Ginyu Force is just legitimately, like, some of, like, the most consistently well-written characters when it comes to the video games. They are always funny, they're always great, and they're really good in the Xenoverse games.
I think the Ginyus have always had a bit of a streak just for generally being good at the very least and absolutely freaking fantastic at best.
Yeah, they're just fun. They're just fun characters, but this is, you know, ground we've already covered, so let's beat up some actual superheroes.
And even better, or if you, depending on your taste, worse, I'll punch, say, a man in the face.
We could finish this right now, Neo.
Yeah, let's do it, Ultra Fusion. So yeah, even better or worse about Xenoverse 1 and 2, is that Jace is Australian again.
Wow.
Hey, there we go. That's what I like to hear.
I bet they weren't expecting this.
Oh god, what the hell's going on?
Mr. Satan doesn't pay us enough to deal with this shit.
Is he actually paying him at all, though, is the question.
Oh. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
That's my favorite thing in Xenoverse 2, is how in, the Mr. Satan shit, is that he pays you more if you're a human.
Wow.
It's fucked up.
Aw. Almost got a ring out.
I'm not sure how I feel about that, in all honesty.
The hero of Earth can't be racist, even though he did a hate crime on an alien and killed him.
I don't know, he's basically keeping an alien around as his butler, in some weird sense.
And Boo's not an alien. He's a, you know, ageless being of chaos.
He's off-worlder.
He's an ageless being made entirely of taffy.
That was pretty good how you fucking cheesed us in the first turn like a bunch of... Calm, Gohan. You are the hero, not the villain.
You can tell that grin is holding back some murderous rage right now.
Ooh, Saiyaman free. Nice. Look at Trunks' fucking face. Yeah.
Pan, you're not going to be able to escape it. It is your destiny. You're going to become Saiyaman 3 and you will like it.
Your cute visage will not tempt me. Nice. So yeah, they'll turn up again later. There is a side quest involving tracking down a villain for them, and I think you have to do that to actually recruit them, but I'm not sure if we'll see that this week even.
You know, it's fair enough that they didn't bring Boo to the Tournament of Power, because, you know, if they did, if they were smart, what they would have done is just have Boo, like, pretend to be blown apart by someone's attack, and then just, like, hide, like a microscopic piece of him in a corner somewhere, and then when everything's done and there's the last man standing and he's really tired, just regenerate out of nowhere and punch him out.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably why they had to keep him out, because they knew that you could just cheese like that.
Because Boo is fucking ridiculous. Like, that regeneration power is just untouchable.
That was, like, my one big problem with Z, especially towards the later stages. It's like, come on, are we really going to do this regeneration thing again? Just like, we've been there and done that so many times, and this one just is like, oh, I'm going to regenerate from literally everything. And it's just, well, what's the fucking point?
Can I, like, unfuse? Any exfusion has already been performed. Yeah, I want to unfuse. How do I do this?
Piccolo can regenerate from a head.
Oh, yes, yes. Go back. There we go. Reverse EX fusion. I'm stupid. Not yet. That's what I get for hastily pressing buttons. EX Gotenks wasn't getting much love. There we go. And this is the busy work I kind of hate when you reverse an EX fusion. You gotta reapply the moves all over again.
I feel like they could have streamlined that a little bit better, but I suppose they just wanted to make sure if you got very high power moves that you don't just lose them to the ether.
There we go. So yeah, a couple of EX fusions, and then story time. All the way through. Never ending, never ceasing.
Until there's a side quest.
Stop it. I'm a simple man with simple pleasures, okay? You can't pin this on me.
No. I completely understand the moments of weakness when there is a cool side quest involved. Don't you worry about it.
Alright, the tykes are sufficiently removed, as it were. So let's get some fusions in.
Yep, and Goten will once again be forgotten until we are reminded of him in every dialogue box that exists within the story mode.
Jesus. Alright, there you are. You son of a bitch. I think I said in a previous part that exclamation points denote whether they're ready to fuse. I'm not entirely sure if that's true. I'm sorry if you listened to that, got ideas into your head, and are now on some kind of, like, anarchic revolution. I apologise. Ooh, okay. Not ready to fuse with Trunks. Why? What's the problem?
It needs to be level 40.
Nah. What's Piccolo doing?
Yeah, let's have a look at him. Oh, we haven't even unlocked his characters yet.
Wow, not even Krillin? Ah, it all goes back to levels.
Yep. And I imagine if we go through the story stuff, then they'll just get levels sitting on the sidelines, so we should be able to get them fused up before long.
So where's that orange Frieza?
I'll show you. It's coming. And you can't stop it.
But first we've got to fuse Hercule's illegitimate son with some random Namekian.
Wow.
He looks literally no different except for the face.
Kinda looks like Demon King Piccolo, actually.
Actually, yeah, he does. Yeah, that is the Demon King Piccolo face, I believe.
And he's wearing a combat vest, so you know he means business.
I'll give him some moves to suit him. Die, bullet barrage, of course.
It should be Die Missile Barrage. Oh, maybe that's an upgraded version.
Oh, I see how it is. You can't have swords, but bullets is fine. Oh well. There you go. And one more to seal the deal.
Give him Wolfang Fist.
Okay. He learned from the best? Question mark?
The best at being the worst.
Unless you're building like a healer or some other kind of support character, don't really waste 2 slots on a support move.
You want to have that good attack range. You want one attack that you can pretty much rely on any time, so like a 1 or 2 pip move, and then have a stronger 4 or 5 pip move when you can let loose that.
This guy is awesome, look at that shit.
Damn!
Oh my god, that's great.
A villain hunter who destroys evil across the universe.
Love that 5th form head.
That actually looks legitimately cool.
As I saw him, I was like, I want him. I want him so badly.
I'm not surprised, that looks dope.
I have a lot of Namekians, as you can probably tell.
Who can Zamos fuse with?
No one yet. Character list. Wow, 85 allies, jeez.
Bloody hell. We're making good headway. Gee, I wonder if you can tell if Goku and Vegeta are near the start of that list. Yeah, those faces are going to remain blank for quite a while. That looks silly.
Huh. Now that's interesting, because that's how he looked in the show, but you can get the EX version as well. I guess I just never checked the character list when I was playing originally. I'm a big silly. Wow, a lot of god ranks in here.
Yeah, unfortunately most of those are locked behind the post-game. I think there's only maybe 1 or 2 you might be able to get beforehand. Because, I mean, I think even Super Saiyan 3 Broly's only an S rank.
He's around here somewhere, I think. Now see, there's the person, but where's the fusion? Best be showing off, look at that shit. Oh yeah.
He looks pretty cool.
Quillic.
There you go.
There we go. That's interesting.
He was a Saiyan. Oh, that's why he wasn't showing up, okay.
The mystery has been solved.
But yeah, I like that. That's a pretty cool design. So, yeah, I'm going to cut out a bit of that because we faffed about for about 3 minutes, and it's story time.
Oh boy, story time!
3 AM.